All right, what's up, everyone? Here we are recapping the day, finishing today. Nice $174 in profit, which is great. Nice base hit. And my goal coming into today was just to at least hit my minimum weekly goal, and we did it. I needed to at least hit 150 on the day, 156 on the day exactly, to meet my weekly goal of 500 on the week. And I will explain, my weekly and my monthly goal and why I have those, later in the video. But I just want to get to recapping these trades. For those of you who are just here for the recap and the trades that I took, I can kind of just get that out of the way, and then I can talk about, my rants and rant about, trading, or rant about my minimum and my minimum weekly and monthly goals, or in the future that is a future to come for my career in day trading. So let's get into the trades. This week or today wasn't too bad. I was very meticulous coming into today. I was very particular about my trades and averaging up into my winners. I was adding into my winners, and I made sure that I cut my loss really quick. And I just didn't want to have that same mistake that I had on yesterday, which is I averaged into a loser, and then I eventually wiped out the small profits that I had in the day. I was up like $100, and I gave it all back in one trade by averaging down, and that kind of just was left a sour taste in my mouth. And then the day before that, on Wednesday, I was up like 330 on the day, and then gave back 130 at the end of the day. And that also, left a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. And I didn't want that to happen today. So the goal was just, hit my minimum. If I can hit my minimum weekly goal, 156 on the day at least for today, then I would hit my goal and that would be it. So I didn't want to trade anymore after that. And I hit it up 174, trading some stocks on trading on APDN, VLCN, and PETS and MOBQ. Cut my losers nice, and my winners, I averaged into my winners really good as well. And so I had a 2-to-1 risk reward, or 1-to-2 risk reward. So my winners were twice as big as my losers, which is really good. And my accuracy was really nice as well, 63%, right on where I need it to be. And my profit factor is 3.27. So really, really good metrics for today. I didn't size in really, really big. I didn't trade that much volume. I only took a couple trades. And the goal was just to get at least 156. I don't care, how long or how many trades I would need to have taken, but if I could get that to that point, maybe in a couple of trades, and that would be perfect. I didn't need to keep trading the rest of the day, which was the goal of not to do that. So even my largest gain, only $67. So I didn't even size up that big. I just didn't want to take too much risk. I just wanted to hit that goal, and I did. So I got what I asked for, which is good. Feel very proud of myself to have gotten there. And so now we'll go through MOBQ. I want to go through MOBQ here. This was just, it popped up, and then I went for the break of $2, but false breakout, took it off. And then here again for the breakout here for 1 cent win. So that was MOBQ, up $10. That's all. It didn't get much opportunity, but I was able to get small green on it. But what I do want to go through is the other trades. So instead of going through them on my TOS platform, I'm just going to go through them on my recordings. So here on VLCN, popped up pre-market on some news, and I was looking at the daily chart. We did have some room on MOBQ after, not MOBQ, VLCN. What am I talking about? VLCN. So after the break of 280, so 250 and 280 were the lines that I was looking at. So on the daily we have 260, and then 270. And then riding up next would be 3, and then the 200 EMA is at 391. So those are the kind of the moves I was looking for, the resistance levels I was looking for. So we did break through 270, and this is when I started trading it, right? I didn't trade it down in here. No, I didn't trade it down in there. My first trade was up here, volume coming in. Now I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be a winner here. This could be a winner. So finding some support off VWAP, and I do get in here for the break of the high. So starter 265, only 100 shares, trying to get a feeler, first trade, kind of working in my favor. So I add, but pops before I can add. So I take my profits. So now I'm looking for, it's a little bit extended off the 90 EMA, so it could pull back, still kind of struggling to break out. You're getting to that $2.80 level that I had for that previous high on the 180-day chart. And it breaks through, and now we're over that level. So now I'm looking to see if it pulls away here. So more volume coming in. So now here, getting in for my starter. This is very extended pullback. So it's either it's going to go or it's not. And if it's not, I'm cutting it. That's how like ruthless you have to be when you're trading extended pullbacks, because there's so much profit to be made. DRUG and NEPT, you had to be so bold buying these pullbacks, these micro pullbacks extended so far off the 90 EMA. Usually I'm so used to buying pullbacks to the 90 EMA. Recently we haven't even been seeing that. By the time it does retest the 90 EMA, the move is over. So recently you have to be very aggressive, kind of buying these extended micro pullbacks way off of the 90 EMA or off of some support. Kind of just trying to scalp that move as it's extending. Because recently it just pops up, and by the time you get that first pullback, it's already backside. So that's why I've just been very kind of ruthless, cutting my losers up in this area. I took my profits. It didn't hold up, it didn't squeeze up to 3, so I took my profits. Only 100 shares. Now I'm looking for another entry. It does end up reclaiming 290. Now it's like, all right, $3 is the next level that I'm looking for to break. That's my new target. And so I get in again. That one I cancel. So I'm thinking it could come down a little bit farther. But it does. I try to get that fill down here, you see. Try to get filled on the bid. Here, I'm trying to get filled right off that 281 level. And I don't get filled. It starts getting bought up. Now I'm getting back in. Now it's got to break the high or I'm out. 93. I just missed 10 cents there. But 93, it's got to break or I'm out. It breaks out right up to 3. Increase my share size, 250 shares. Boom. See all those? Did you see all those bids there? Under $3? So I'm getting in at 94, and then these just bids get so thick as it's moving up to 3. So you got 3,000 at 93. So increase my share size, and then you have 5,000 at 93, 900, 1,000, 50,000, 5,000, 30, 3,600. See, so much support in this area, and so that's why I was getting a little bit more aggressive. But I did see I was a tad too late here for that break of 3. I just a tad late. And I actually got filled high and actually turned out to be a losing trade. It pulled back below $3. I had to take that loss there, back down to my starter size. Now I'm looking for the next setup. But that was really unfortunate that that happened like that. See, here I'm just checking my P&L. It had a loss. Sounds like crap. Here, now I'm looking for breaks back over 3. That could have been a nice entry for that break back over 3. Look at that. Look at that. I'm just looking at this now. Holy crap. Ready? Let's see if I can pause it here. Boom. 50K at 305. All that green on the tape. 5,000 at 298. Yeah, this thing, that would have been a nice entry. So now you got support at 305, 50,000 at 305, 26,000 307. Thick bids pushing this up. So now I'm like, all right, red on the tape, red on the tape. Sellers stopped. Buyers moving this back up, 6,310 now. So now I'm looking for another move. 500 shares, 310. Now I see there's still a lot of sellers over 310, so I'm going to try to size down a little bit. Oh, wait. It might pop here. Get at 213. I actually got filled at 213, even though I pushed it at 311. So TOS working in my favor there. Thank you. Still holding 250. Looking for that next pop. But just kind of struggling up here. And you got to be ruthless up here. You don't want to be too patient. You don't want to be too patient when you're buying. Look at how many green candles there are. It's extended off the VWAP and the 90 MA. It's either got to go, or you got to take your profits, or it's going to dump on you. So there was a green trade made back when I lost. Now getting in on a dip, 305, but I took my profits there kind of too early there. See if we get a bigger pullback. So kind of holding the area, get back in at 311. Now for the break at 315. Adding at 314. There I tried to get, I hit 316 there and it got an error message on TOS. Come on. This was the most frustrating trade here because this would have been nice. It failed. Trying to sell at 216, error message. Error message. Now I'm selling for a loss because it popped and now it's pulling back. It's below the high. So that was like a break-even trade. Should have been profit there. Now here I am looking for that error message. I didn't even know what it said. I was just so focused on the trade. Now I'm pulling back. Then I'll trade any of this. But that first pullback to the 90 MA, nice. A lot of traders are looking at this right there. If I can pause this here. So $3 is getting eaten up. So now break below $3. If this can reclaim $3 off of this support, you can even put a starter right here, down here in the 90s. And anticipating if it breaks back over 3, you want to add. But I didn't do that actually. But there's now I'm looking at it. You had the VWAP support, 90 MA support. And so a lot of traders are looking at this. Boom, reclaims $3. And it literally immediately just starts. I couldn't even get filled at 3. I tried to get filling at 301, 302, but immediately jumps to 308. Way too slow. This thing just tears right here. Look at all this green. Oh, I could get in here, but my risk reward would probably be 1-to-1 there. Be probably risking 10 cents for the high, which would be another 10 cents. So 1-to-1. I didn't really think it was worth it, especially so close. Tried getting filled there for the break of the high, but I'm not looking to chase really. And then it does break out, and then there's false breakout there. So and that was it, VLCN pre-market. Now we can go to VLCN at the open. This is where I had a couple good trades. So at the open here, right at the open, I tried getting filled, but I'm not getting filled here. Very dangerous stuff. I got to stop trading the first 30 seconds. And then the orders, the orders all just start coming through. 30 seconds delayed. Thank God I'm getting out for a profit. But that would have been very frustrating if I ended up closing out for a loss. So not trading the first 30 seconds. I like trading the first minute, but it hasn't been working in the first 30 seconds. So I'm going to trade, I'm going to wait 30 seconds and then trade. But the first 1 minute candle, I actually make a really good profit. Maybe we'll trade that volatility because now here I am getting in, starter 91. Now I'm anticipating a red to green. It's got to go here. If it pulls back a little more, I can wait, be a little bit more patient. You got that support at 81 from the previous high a couple of days back. Now I'm looking for that red to green. Holding 90s. See all those bids down here, 5,000, 3,000, 2,000. Oh, there's also a couple sellers. So the green on the tape. Now it needs to reclaim this or I'm out. So I start selling because it didn't go there. It didn't go immediately. Now we might pull back, still holding that starter, 250 shares. A lot of buyers under there, so I do add back as it's reclaiming 290. Now I need to adding, looking for $3 now, 2,000 shares. And it doesn't go. It doesn't go. It doesn't go. There we go, $3. You know, close enough. I'm selling. I'm selling. Take it, take it, take it, take it. It doesn't hold $3. So I have to size down, manage my risk. It's not going. So we'll let 299 there, but nice $80 profit there. So that was it on VLCN, and then pulls back for a third time. And this is where you got to be extra cautious because it does. This is where it could break down now. And there it goes, breaks down. And now you're looking for like a 5-minute red to green. And so I do try to go this for that, but it doesn't hold up on VLCN. But let's go to, yeah, it doesn't hold up. I do try to get for the anticipation of that red to green, but so many sellers there. GCT just starts ripping up. I'm just like, all right, I'm not going to chase this thing. DCLN doing some weird stuff. That was it on this one. And then let's go to, so I'm up 80 bucks on that one setup. Now APDN and pets. So here pets, let's look at pets. So pets on the daily, there was resistance. So pets, let's look at pets on the, what the heck is going on here? Let's just do that. All right, so pets, so let's look at the 10-day. So pets is resistance at 433, but break of 4 is a key level, break of 4. So that's what I was looking for. And then also you have this break here. So yeah, so the break of this high and then the break of $4 are key. And then also the break of 410, which is the previous from pre-market or after hours yesterday. So let's go back in here. So I do put in a starter here for the break of 4. Volume coming in. Starter, break of 4, 100 shares. Now I'll size up for an ad if it's working in my favor. So, you know, since it's a starter, I'm able to kind of keep my stop a little bit loose. But if I'm sized in, I got to cut it immediately. There we go, break of 4, taking some profits, or all my profits. Now I'm getting back in for the break of 410, which is the after hours high. 410, 250 shares, holding $4. Boom, break of 10, take that. I think that was it. It does go up a little bit farther, but it does false breakout. Terrible there. And so nice 30 bucks there on PETZ. Oh, I do have it. APDN was the other one. APDN was probably my better one, my best one on the day. So, okay, so yeah, so here, having some support, a little bit of volume coming in, so it's potential, a little bit of volume, some buyers on this. Now you want to see what's going to happen over 430, which is the pivots. It hasn't closed over 430, so if it closes over 430 and holding 430, I want to get in. So I'll put in a starter. So it's got to go here. Another 250 shares for the break of 440. Pulling back. Still in my starter. I'm able to kind of be a little bit lenient if I'm only in with the starter. back in, so it's holding 430. It didn't go back under. Need to break a 440. Add. Getting chewed up on the ass there. Rip through 440. Taking those two adds off now. Still holding my starter. Now I'm looking for the break of 450. So I'm adding back as holding 440. 49. Taking that. Now I'm looking for a quick pullback, maybe underneath 450. Still holding that starter, but added 1 second too late at 51, and it did break and then pull back. So I just took my profit at 52, everything off at 52, and then does that pullback, first pullback. That would have been a really good entry, first pullback, holding 430, but I didn't go for that. I was already up at my $100 and whatever, $74. So I stopped trading. That was it, APDN, and then that was it. Yep. So those are my 3 or 4 nice trades that I had today, and yeah, $174. So hit my minimum weekly and monthly goal. And so the reason I have a minimum weekly goal is because I have kind of calculated what I needed to make on a weekly basis on average to be able to sustain my life as a full-time day trader, which is $500 a week. So if I make $500 a week, roughly 4 weeks in a month, rounding down, usually is a little bit more than 4 weeks in a month, in a trading month. So roughly, 23 to this month is 23 days. Some months there's 21, 22. Some months with holidays are going to be a little bit less, but on average, conservatively speaking, if I'm rounding down, I can say 20 days in a trading month, so 4 full weeks, and I need 4 times $500 a week would be $2K a month, and $2K a month is enough for me to pay for all of my expenses. I live really, really cheap right now, but it pays all of my expenses, and then I have a couple $100 left over to pay for other things if I want to go out or do something or have a day trip somewhere. And so that's roughly why I have that minimum weekly and monthly goal of 500 and 2,000, which I do encourage, anybody who's kind of in my position who's wanting to go full-time, or they just went full-time and kind of figuring out where, what benchmarks to have. At least you should have like a minimum amount, that you need on average. So if you take 52 weeks, an average of those 52 weeks, you need to at least be at that minimum weekly goal. Otherwise, you shouldn't be trading full-time, because you can't sustain. It's not sustainable. You're not going to be able to make enough to pay for all your expenses. So whether that be 1,000 a week, 2,000 a week, 500 a week, everyone's in a different situation, but you should have, that minimum weekly goal on average that you need to hit every week to be able to sustain yourself if you want to do this full time. So, but then also on the month, out of the 12 months, you need to have, a certain benchmark and average that you need to hit every month, on average throughout entire 2022. For me, is 2,000. Some people it's gonna be 5,000. Obviously everyone's different. Some people got kids, a mortgage. Some people are in college. They don't really have many expenses, but it's different for everyone. But you should have, calculated a minimum weekly and monthly goal that you need to hit if you want to sustain yourself as a full-time day trader. Some people do have, jobs and etc. This is sort of like a part-time gig, which is good too. Maybe then you won't need really, it's not really much pressure to really hit a goal every week and month. But if you want to do it full-time, I definitely encourage you to do that. And then, for me, I'm actually going to have to increase my weekly and monthly goal for 2023, because a lot of things are going to be changing. My rent is actually going to be increased by 15%, by a couple $100. My health insurance, I'm going to be turning 26, so I'm going to have to start paying for health insurance if I want it, which I think, I should probably have health insurance, but I don't know. I'm really never in the hospital, but God forbid. And then also, um, um, yeah, my student loans are coming back online, so I got to start paying those again, which is a couple $100 as well. So, I did my calculation. I'm actually gonna have my new for 2023. I'm gonna have a new weekly goal of from 500 to 700 on the month, because 700 times 4 with all of those expenses, I'm gonna need to be making at least 2,800 on average over every month in 2023. So obviously some months and some weeks are going to be less or more, but on average, if I take the entire year of 2023, I need to at least be hitting 700 a week or 2,800 a month to be able to sustain my life as a day trader in 2023. So I've already done the calculation. I know what to expect in 2023, and I definitely have a lot of work to do, because just looking at it now, I mean, some weeks, 5 of these weeks I've hit over 700, but I need to do it more consistently. So definitely have a little bit of work to do for 2023. I have 4 months to put in some work to increase my share size and become a bigger trader. And then on the monthly, I've only had 1 month that I've hit over 2,800, even though it's been by a lot. But I definitely need to put in some more work if I want to continue this being a full-time day trader in 2023. It's only going to get harder. My expenses are getting bigger and bigger, and I need to be able to make more and more money. So the pressure's on. But I definitely can use it to my advantage. There's some time, for about 4 months left in the year for me to get better. A lot can happen in 4 months, but I'm definitely going to need to see some growth for sure. So putting everything into this, all my time, all my effort, putting, watching like so many trade recaps of how people are trading these stocks differently than I am, and how I can get better, my blind spots, how I can cut my losers faster, how I can, average into my winners better. Also, I'm reviewing all of my live trading videos. I record my screen. I watch everything over and over again on my free time. I let no minute go to waste. I just literally, I'm glued watching my recordings like every waking hour. And then also I am focused on trading as well, like during the day. I'm focused completely on trading and, trying to get better every day. So that's what I'm working on. Definitely have some growth to come for 2023. So I think that's everything I wanted to say. So, trading is hard. Trading is for sure hard at times. And, you got the ups and the downs. But I think on average, if you take everything on average, then, if you can sustain yourself, then that is such an achievement and such a fulfilling goal, just to be able to sustain, just to survive as a full-time day trader, just making money from your house, doing, working when you want, or, taking, having that freedom of time, is so fulfilling. I think it's so worth it. I think it's so worth it. My life has gotten, better by a factor of 10 since I've quit my job. Even though I'm not making boatloads of money yet, but, I just have so much, freedom of time that I can really focus and put into trading to grow it even bigger. And then also, I'm putting time also to my other goals, as far as like, fitness goals. I also have time to myself for, meditation, yoga, going to the beach, going out and exploring the city. Just that extra free time is just increased the my overall well-being from day to day by so much that I don't think, I'm literally putting everything into this, and I do not ever want to go back to having that job, because it's just, I just remember what, my days were like. It was just brutal. So I'm definitely going to put everything into this, into 2023. Being able to hit those new benchmarks. So far, 2022, that $500 a week, that $2,000 a month benchmark, I've been consistently hitting that on average. And so, it's only going to get a little bit harder in 2023. And so that's, that extra pressure is going to have to push me to take bigger share size and be a lot more ruthless with cutting my losses and a lot more ruthless on being particular about the trades that I take. So that's my goals moving forward. That's what's going to be happening for 2023. Market's just closing 4 o'clock. Wow. GCT was the winner today. Didn't break 60 bucks. We'll see if this has more in it, but it looks like that might be topping out there. So that's it, and I'll see you guys next week. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, or the start of it and the rest of your weekend, or the rest of your week and your weekend. This video has just been going on too long. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day and my weekend, so hope you guys do that. And I'll see you guys next week for the next day trading recap. Next day trading week, hopefully next week. I'm feeling it. It's going to have some good opportunity next week. I need to be fresh and ready for next week. And if you guys are still watching, do hit the thumbs up button. Also consider subscribing if you're not yet a subscriber. And then I'll see you guys next week. All right. Peace.